So hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to configure Tailwind CSS into your Django project. So let's get started. Okay guys, so I've created a new folder on my desktop called Django plus Tailwind. That's where we'll be doing our project. So I'll open it, then open in terminal. I want to open it on Visual Studio, so I'll type code which will open it in Visual Studio. Then as always guys, I've created an article on dev.to which I will add in the description of this video. So if you find any challenge, you can refer to this article. So let's start. So first, it's always recommended to create a virtual environment when working with Django. So we'll use this command to create a virtual environment. In Linux, you might find an error. If you find an error, try replacing Python with Python 3. So let's start. I'm using Windows, so I don't have that problem. Let me close that. So we already opened our folder here. So let's follow these commands. So the first one, we'll be using Visual Studio Code. Then let me open my terminal, new terminal. So the first command is Python -m venv. So basically, this command creates a virtual environment named venv. You can name your virtual environment whatever you want. You can name it, for example, venv, but I like to name my virtual environment venv. So that's what I name it. Then press enter. So it has already created a virtual environment folder in my project. Let's wait for it to finish in the terminal. So we can type the next command. Okay, it's done. So the next command is activating virtual environment. So in Windows, I'll use this command. If you are in Linux, you will use this command. So I'm in Windows, use this command. Let me copy it and paste. Press enter. So you can see the bracket venv. It shows that I'm in the virtual environment named venv. So in this virtual environment, there's something I didn't add in the article, but you should know that it's installing Django. So pip install Django. Okay. Let's give it some time. Okay, collecting. So as it does that, let's take a look at the article. So far we've created a virtual environment and we're in the process of we've already activated the virtual environment. Now we are installing Django. That step is not in this article. Then the next step will be starting a project. So as it does that, let me just add that part really quick. So after activating the virtual environment, let me add a sub process here. Install Django. Using pip install Django. Then save changes. Review. And now we have pip install Django here. I guess it's done, so let's check. Okay, it's done. Collecting it has installed Django and some packages, so that's good. If you click pip freeze, you'll see the packages that have been installed. So we have ASGIREF with the version, Django with the version, SQL pass with the version, and TZ data with the version. So let me clear my terminal and move to the next command. So I've already installed Django, so the next command is start project. So there is something I need to add here. In the start project command, it is always good to add a full stop in the end. Okay. So it is Django admin start project, full stop in the end. Okay. Let me paste that one. Django admin start project. My project is Django project. Press enter. Okay, I've created a project here. There are some files in the project. Let's move to the next command, creating an app. So the app just create like that. There's no need for full stop in the end. So python manage.py start app and the name of the app. Press enter. And the app has been created here, my app. So the next step, create a folder. Before I do that, let me do some configuration of the app and the project. So the first configuration is in the settings.py. I need to add my new app in the installed apps. So my new app is called app. Need to add a comma in the end, so you won't forget a comma when adding another app. Then when I'm done with that, I can come to my app, add a new file, urls.py. In the new URL file in the app, I'll copy some code here. So I need that up to there. Then I'll add it here. I don't need to do this, so I'll remove that and remain with the empty. Let me add app name. The name of our app is equal to my app. So basically I've done the configurations. So once you've done that, you can try running our project. Python manage.py run server. Okay, the server is running. Then you can access it through this link. So you can click control, then click to open it in the tab. The install works successfully. That means you are on the right track. Let's move to the next step. So the next step is to add, but before I do this, let me create some templates. So in my app, I'll create a templates. Sorry, should be a folder, templates, folder named templates. It must be named templates. Don't name it anything else. Inside template, let's create another folder with the name of our app. So it's my app. Press enter. So inside my app, let's create a new file. Let's name it index.html. In index.html, if you're using VS Code, you can click Shift 1. Sorry, let's just, doesn't work in Django. So let me just create some HTML code. So type HTML. HTML. Click tab. Okay. Body. From that code. Body. Then let me remove this code here. Need it. So I don't need that one. Let me name it Django and Tailwind. I've closed the head tag, I've closed the body tag, I've not closed the HTML tag. So let me close it. HTML. Okay. So this is where we'll add our code. Let me add that one. Then let's go to the urls.py and add that view. Let's go to the views.py and create a view for that template. So def index will take request and return that one. But it's in my app. Okay. This is the view for the template. Then let's go to the URLs and add it. So first we'll import from, let me click tab from the same directory, import views. So we are doing this because URLs and views are in the same directory. So you can use from dot, which means from the same directory, import views. Then here you can type path, add the path to the view. Then you click tab views.index, which refers to this function. Then the name is index. So there is one more thing. These URLs in the app, it's not linked with the URLs in the project. Let me do that quickly. So we'll import include. Then we'll include it here path. Exactly that one. So you can add that one there. Sorry, should add that one. Then you can put a comma in the end so that in case we need to add other paths inside here, we won't forget it. It's not a must for it to be here, but it's good to put it there so that you won't forget while adding other URLs. So I think that's it. If we refresh, should see something. Okay, hi, I'm Django, I'm Tailwind. So let's move to the next step in our article. So the next step is to create a folder called static, and inside that folder create another folder called CSS. So I'll do that manually. So it should be outside. Don't put it in any of these folders. So static. Then inside that static, right click, new folder, CSS. Okay. The next step is to add this code in settings.py. This code helps you to connect the static files to your project. So let me copy it, the first and the second, go to the settings.py. So that you must go to the project settings.py then. Okay, I already have one of them. So let me just paste, then remove this one. Okay. The next step is, let's make a new directory called resources. Let me use the terminal for that. Let me open a new terminal. Then mkdir, that is the command for creating a directory. Resources. Press enter. Let's see. We should see resources here. Okay, this one is resources. Then the next step. The next step is to move into that directory, change directory into resources. So in the terminal, type cp resources, resources, press enter. You can see we are in resources. Let me clear the terminal. Okay, the next step is to run the following commands: npm init, npm install that and that. So for you to run npm, you must have Node installed in your computer. To install Node, you will go to Node install. You can, I'm in Windows, so Windows. So you can install Node from this site. For Windows, for Mac OS, and for Linux is here. Okay. So that's the requirement for running Node npm. So my first command is npm init -y. Copy that command, paste it in your terminal, then press enter. Remember to be in the resources folder. Don't run this command outside the resources folder. You'll find problems. So that is done. You can see wrote this. Okay. You can see a file has been added, package.json. Okay, the next command is npm install this. So paste it in the terminal, then press enter. This will take some time, so let's just be patient. Okay. As we wait, let's take a look at the article. Okay. So after that command, we'll run this command npm tailwind CSS init. Okay, let's move back to the terminal. Give it some time. Okay. Okay, it's done. I guess we are lucky it took a short time. sometimes it takes very long. So this command is done. The next is this one. So copy it and paste it in the terminal. Then press enter. Remember, we are still in the resources folder. So some files have been added, created tailwind config.js and post CSS. Okay, that is basically this one and this one. So let's look at the next command or the next step. So the next step is to make some modification in some files. So the first file is package.json. So let's take a look at the package.json file, this one. So this is how it looks like at the moment. So the instructions are replace the scripts with the code below. So if you look at this one, we have scripts here. So we should replace these scripts with the new scripts from the article. So let's copy it with the comma. Then we'll replace it with the comma also. Click paste. So should look like this. Then the next step is to replace the whole code in tailwind.config.js with this code. So copy this code and navigate to tailwind.config.js, then replace it with that one. I'll explain that code later, or let me explain it now. So basically, what we've added in the previous code is this part. So whenever we type a Tailwind code in our HTML file, we'll be running the build, this one. Then what it will do, it will process the code that we've added in the following files. So it will check in, it will move to the parent folder, then it will navigate to any other folders in the parent directory until it finds templates. Then if it finds templates, it will go to any file that is named with .html. Also, it will navigate to the parent directory, then navigate to all the folders until it finds templates. Then it will navigate to any folders inside the templates. Then it will find any file that has .html. So in our case, it will be working with this one because I have in the parent directory, I have my app. Then in my app, I have all other folders. We don't have any other folders, so we move to templates. Then in templates, it will get my app. So that is for this 2 stars. Then index.html. I hope we've understood that. So the next step is we add input to Tailwind, a file of input to Tailwind. So we'll add file to the static CSS, tailwind.css. So in the static folder, in the CSS folder, in the static folder, so in CSS, add a new file called tailwind.css. Then inside tailwind.css, add this code, copy, paste. Okay. Once you've pasted that, now we are good to go. Then you can run build. So basically what build will do is go to package.json. Build will take the input file, the tailwind.css, which contains these three lines of code. Then it will process it and output this style.min.css and style.css. This command watch, it leaves this command running so that whenever you add any code, it will be rebuilding in real time and working. So let's run the build, copy, then paste, then press enter. Okay, give it some time until it says done. Ignore the warning. Done. So it's done. So if you look at the static CSS, you will find style.css and styling.css. Let's take a look at the style.css. So you can see some code has been added in the style.css file. So let's close it. So to use this file, you'll basically so to use CSS, you must in Django you must add the tag load CSS. Then inside the head tag, you can add a link to the CSS file, which is a link. Okay, let me use Copilot, but remove some things here. This one, and our file is not called Tailwind.css. This file we want is style.css. You can see the next command was to you'll get two files, generated style and styles.me. Then link the style file to the Django HTML head tag. So this is the command for linking, the code for linking. Then now you can use Tailwind. Let's type class equals to, let's give it text, enter, and see what happens. So let me refresh. Okay, I have a problem. CSS is not a registered library tag. Let me see. So static CSS, style.css. What might be the problem? Let me see. So, load static, not CSS static. Okay, load static. As you can see, Tailwind CSS has worked, guys. As you can see, I added text center, and the text is sent. Let me add text bold and see the changes. Okay, if you run something and it doesn't make a change, you have to close. You have to cancel the command using Ctrl C. Click yes, then rerun it. npm run build. It will generate a new CSS. It will add more CSS code to the style.css file. Okay, if we rerun now, I think it should. Okay, let me make some different changes. Text. So I have some problems here. Let me see. Text. Enter. And in the body, let me add class flex. Then let me add another h1, copy, paste. Then let me remove these ones, these classes. I want to see. So you can just see the font is not the one that comes by default by HTML. You can just see. So let's add some code. So we've added flex there. So let me add justify, enter, and see the changes. So let me rebuild. Okay, Control C, yes, enter, clear, then npm run build. Okay, let me see. So you can see flex has worked. So if you get any issue, you should just rerun the build command, npm run build. Okay, we can add flex. Let me check something. Flex direction, Tailwind CSS. Okay, flex row. Let me add flex row. Let's see. Let me see. Is that row or column? Is it really column? Let me see. Flex call. So it's call. Let's see about that. Okay, let me rebuild. Yes. Okay, you can see some changes have been made. Then you can add a line, center, and watch the changes. Okay, you must again rebuild. Let me refresh. Let me see. Let me see some commands like let me add here class equals to text, and let me see that. Okay, I don't know what is happening, but that's basically the process of adding Tailwind CSS to your Django project. Thank you for watching, guys, and okay, thank you and welcome again. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so by clicking the subscribe button. You can also like and share to your friends. Thank you.